Hello there. Welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. So I would like to show you how to make eggplant parmesan with ground beef. So what should we call it? Eggplant parm with beef? Oh, we'll see. That sounds good though, doesn't it? Okay, if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I want to thank you in advance for sharing it so that other people can also know how to make it. And subscribe if this is your first time on my channel. Okay, so remember we have the food challenge coming up with Soulful Tea and Grandma Ray Don't Play. And the menu is salmon. So we're going to be cooking some kind of salmon plate, okay, and it's all for your entertainment. And please support her in every way and show her some love from Grandma Ray. Okay, alright, so that's September 10th and it's going to air at 11 o'clock. Stay tuned for that, keep that in mind. Alright, alrighty, so let's get started on our dish today. Great. Okay, so I already peeled most of the eggplant. I put it in this plastic wrap to keep it from turning brown, because if you leave it to the air it will turn brown on the inner side once you peeled it. So I have one piece of peeling left here I'm going to do for you. So you just peel right down and take the peeling off, okay? Okay, so now that all the peeling is off, we're going to cut it into wedges. So you see how thick we've cut it? Okay, that's what we're going to do. I have my olive oil heating up on the stove already. So we're just going to keep slicing and making the slices until we complete the process. Okay, it's all done. So now what I'm going to do is spread these out. Let me just show you. Okay, we're going to just spread it out here and season it. Okay, so now I've already seasoned my flour. Okay, it's going to be seasoned with the same seasoning I'm showing you now. So we have adobo, and we're going to season both sides. Ground garlic, black pepper, okay, so now I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing. Adobo again. Ground garlic one more time. And black pepper. Okay, now we're going to make an egg wash. Here's 2 eggs I have in here. And we're going to season it with the same seasoning. Black pepper. Garlic. Adobo. Alrighty. Now to the 2 eggs, we're going to add some milk. I have some 1% milk. You can use any kind of milk you have and you use. I'm making an egg wash. Okay, that was about maybe 1/4 of a cup of milk. Okay, so we're going to mix that egg wash together with the milk. You can also make an egg wash with just egg and water. I think the milk adds a little more thickness to it. Okay, so we mix that up. We have our egg wash done. Okay, so now we're going to dip the eggplant into the egg wash like so. I put it in and you're going to turn it over. Okay, now we're going to put it into the flour. Let me show you that. Here's the flour. You put it in, turn it over, make sure it gets, the flour gets coated on both sides. You might have to help it with your hand. Okay, now we're going to fry it. It's in the frying pan. I'm going to turn my pan up now. And we're going to keep this process going. Let me show you a couple more. Egg wash into the flour. And then we're going to put it in the frying pan. And one more, and then I'll finish those up and bring you back. Egg wash into the flour. And into the frying pan. Okay. So I'm going to egg wash. So I'm going to finish these and I'm going to finish frying them. You just want to fry them until they are brown on both sides. I'll bring you back at that point, okay? Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to take out the second batch so that you can see. I always drain something that I'm frying on a paper towel to take off the excess oil, okay? And let me show you this. Okay. So out of one eggplant, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 slices. That's pretty good for one eggplant. Okay? Alright, so now, let me get my pan and we're going to assemble the eggplant palm with beef. Okay? 1 second. Alright, so this is the pan that I'm going to be using. You can use a bigger pan if you like. Okay? But for my purpose today, I'm going to use this size. You have enough eggplant from one eggplant to really make a larger size, okay? Alright, this is some tomato sauce that I already made up. Well, I made it about a week ago and I had it frozen in the freezer. It was the tomatoes from my garden. You can go over and check that video, how to make homemade tomato sauce. What I have in here is some oregano, basil, salt, pepper, and 2 packs of equal, okay? Alright, and this is some ground beef that I already cooked and drained, okay? Alright, so let's start assembling our eggplant with beef. So you're going to put the sauce down first so that nothing burns if you put the sauce down first, okay? That will coat the bottom of the pan. Alright, so now we're going to start assembling. We're going to put our eggplant in. So I was able to get 3 pieces in on the bottom. Now we're going to put our ground beef in. Let me show you that. Okay, we got the sauce on the bottom and then the eggplant. Now I'm going to put the ground beef. Normally you just do the eggplant and the cheese and the sauce, but I thought I would make a whole meal out of it. Why not? Okay, so we have all the beef in. So the next thing I want to do is some cheese. I have some ground shredded cheddar cheese here. Not ground, but shredded cheddar cheese here. So we're going to put the cheese next right over the ground beef. So you see how we're layering up, right? Okay, now I'm going to repeat the process. I'm going to put some sauce over the cheese. I'll show you that. Okay, so we have the layer of the sauce, the eggplant, the ground beef, the cheese, and now we're doing it again. Okay, one more time. Eggplant, okay, and now we're going to do the ground beef. And some cheese. That ground beef will really heat up hot enough to melt this cheese really good. Okay, some sauce on the top. Okay, so I'm gonna finish it off with cheese on the top, but not yet. We're gonna cook this in the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, you can put it in your oven on 400 with the cheese on it, okay? If you put the cheese on it, I want you to cover the cheese with aluminum foil, cover the pan with aluminum foil first for about the first 20 minutes, and then take the foil off. That will prevent the cheese from cooking faster than the bottom part of the dish. Okay, so I have 4 pieces of eggplant left over, so I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so let me go with the air fryer now. 1 second. Okay, I need to do something with that first. 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in just like this. No cheese on the top yet. We're gonna cook it for about maybe 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna actually stop and put the cheese on. So we're gonna turn it on. I want to take that down to 360. So the temperature is 360. We're going to do 15 minutes and we're off and running in the air fryer, okay? Alright. We'll be back. I'd like to give you the word of the day while we're waiting on our eggplant parm with beef to cook. Okay, the word of the day is powerful. We have people in our society who we look at as powerful. President of the United States, senators, spokespeople who we see on a regular basis, people who are on TV. So all of those people we consider powerful. You may even consider your preacher powerful, or a teacher powerful, or a rich person that you know powerful. Well, guess what? You're powerful too. You have power in your words. You have power in your action. You have the power to go out and make a difference in society. You have a power to let your voice be heard. You have power to help someone that's struggling or homeless. You have power over your children and your family. You have power. You are powerful. And it doesn't matter what level you're on, whether you're rich, poor, or in between. You are powerful. And you can make a difference with your power. So don't sit on your power. Exercise your power. And go ahead out there and make a difference. And the difference doesn't have to be nationwide. It doesn't have to be on television. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. It can be one person at a time. It can be your statement. It can be who you're known for. Okay? Be powerful. That's the word of the day. All right. Thanks for sharing and caring about others. I really, really appreciate that, because we're all here to help one another, right? You and your powerful self can do that. All right. That's the word of the day for real. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so our 15 minutes have stopped. I'm going to add our cheese. So the cheese is going to be our topping. And remember, I didn't want to put it on earlier because the cheese will cook fast and it'll end up burning, well, dark, let me put it that way, before the bottom part of the dish is completed. So I wanted to give it a head start. That's a little trick that I learned using the air fryer. You know, when you cook with something, you always have to study how that machine works, or that frying pan works, or that pot works, so that you'll know how to work with it. You know how when you get ready to do a certain dish, you always look for a certain pan that you always use, because to you, that works best, right? So that's what I do. Alright, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the rack to the lowest point on the bottom, because I don't want the cheese too close to the top, so to slow down the cooking process. Okay, and let me see, let you see that. Okay, and we're putting it back in. And we're going to go for, maybe still on 360. Let's go for 20 minutes. I'll check it in 15. Okay, and we'll be back. Okay, so far we had 15 minutes on our cooking time, and then I added another 20, and it's been cooking for 8. We have 8 minutes left. So 15. It's been cooking for 23 minutes. Let's check it out. I'm going to take a temperature. Oh, the cheese has brown on the top. You see what I mean? So if I had put that cheese on in the beginning, that would be really dark now. And it's a nice color right now. So let's check the temperature. Setting my thermometer here. Okay, there we go. I put it right into the middle. It's moving fast, guys. That's a good sign that it's probably close to done. Okay, I think we are good. We're at 164. That's good for vegetables and the ground beef. Okay, so here we go. We have our eggplant parm with beef. How about that, huh? And 23 minutes. 23 minutes in the air fryer oven, huh? Good deal. Okay, so it's a pleasure serving you as always, and it's always a pleasure bringing you good food and good word of the day, okay? All because I love you, YouTube family. Until next time, hit thumbs up if you like it, share the video by all means, and subscribe if this is your first time on my channel. Bye-bye.